Hello, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. About 3 hours ago, I opened an Ethereum trade and bought Doge, which has paid back nicely. The markets are bouncing back very strong. Bitcoin hitting 100K on the news that the inflation rate is still very high at 2.9%. Why would it bounce back when inflation is high? It's because they expect then that the Fed will reduce interest rates because the inflation is still high, which doesn't really make sense, but the market is reacting like that. Usually if the inflation is high, they would increase interest rates, but the inflation rate was expected almost. We're going to jump in charts for Bitcoin and Ethereum. My Bitcoin trade that I opened a few hours ago is at $8,000 in the profits. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. So I'll just show you on X. So a few hours ago, 95,200 followers. So 4 hours ago, opened a $391,000 perp on Ethereum. We'll add on any pullback. So that was 4 hours ago. 6,600 of you saw that post on this symmetrical triangle breaking out with volume on Ethereum. And then 2 hours later, Ethereum was at 4,691. So 1 hour later, it was like 1 hour ago, 4,600 in the profits. So 4 hours ago, I opened this 105 Ethereum trade. And 4 hours later, that trade is now worth $8,800 in profits, or $8,500 in profits. Pretty cool for 4 hours. That's 105 Ethereum trade. I used $19,000 of margin. The minimum margin was $2,000, so I could actually maybe clean that. It's a $391,000 Ethereum trade, 105 Ethereum. It's 20x leverage, $8,400 in the profits, $8,200. I also bought $30,000 worth of Doge. It's now $31,000. So I made $1,000 on Doge, and I made $8,500 on that Ethereum trade 4 hours ago, which is beautiful. And read some of my posts about like how the world could be. And you can see here so bought 30,000 of Doge also 4 hours ago, $30,000 worth. And that $30,000 worth is now worth $31,000. Bitcoin is hitting right now 100K. I didn't open a Bitcoin trade, but you can see the market is pumping like crazy on the news that the CPI came in a little bit above expected, but that on the expectation that then they would reduce rates. GOAT is up 21%, Uniswap up 10%, World 8%, TON 5%, Doge 4%, Ethereum 4%, Google 4%, total market cap 3.6, massive bounce back. Bitcoin coming towards 100K. It's about to hit 100K right now. Meta 2%, Binance 2%, Tesla 1.9%. Everything bouncing back. And we'll go into Bitcoin and then Ethereum. 99,700. I was expecting a bigger drop, to be honest, but that double bottom did. Oh, wow, look at this now. This symmetrical triangle, this descending triangle on Bitcoin builds pressure, and breaking out. So now it's breaking out to the upside. So me trying to catch at 90,000 didn't actually work out. And now there was one at 94,000. That would have been good to open yesterday. But it does look like on this 4 hourly time frame, Bitcoin is breaking out of this descending triangle. If it does keep pushing out here, the target of this descending triangle would be 110,000 on Bitcoin. But it would be better to wait for a confirmation. Confirmation would look like this. Usually if you get a breakout like this, the confirmation builds pressure. Confirmation will be breakout, retest, and bounce with volume. And then that would be a confirmation. So if that happens, where I would take a long on Bitcoin would be at 97,900 on a little bit of a pullback. Tight stop loss. I'm doing tight stop loss trades now. And then target 110. This is the strong support, I would say. That's the trade I would take. 97,900. Stop loss 96,800. Take profit. And Bitcoin, look, hitting 100K right now. 110K. Risk toward 11 times. Risking 1,000 to make 12,000. With 10x leverage, that'd be 120,000. That's the trade I would take on Bitcoin. Bitcoin about to touch 100K right now. Let's see how it reacts when it gets to 100K. And Ethereum, my Ethereum trade that I opened 4 hours ago, $8,600 in the profits, $8,900 in profits. Ethereum running like crazy. Bitcoin is hitting 100K right now, but Ethereum is going very strong from where I opened it. You can see here my buy, which I posted on X a few hours ago. My buy was at 3,700. It's not up much, I opened it at 3,700. It's only $88, but it's 100 Ethereum. So this trade is 391,000 because Ethereum pulled back the least. So I thought that would be the best trade. And I'll show you the pattern that I saw in Ethereum that made me enter the trade. And then it just so happened that as I entered the trade, a few hours after that, that CPI index came out. So you can see here, this symmetrical triangle on Ethereum, the stochastic heading up, but you can clearly see this symmetrical triangle started to bounce off and then break out. So I decided to open a trade on that, and it just happened to line up with the CPI data. We broke out. The base of it, target is $4,044 for Ethereum. If you haven't taken a trade, I would do the same thing as Bitcoin, wait for a confirmation. So builds pressure, breaks out, retests, then opening on a bounce with volume. So to take a trade, if you haven't entered, I would try to wait for 3,700 with a tight stop loss and target 4,000. And then the bigger target, if it manages to break through this yellow target, when you zoom out, you can see the bigger pattern on the weekly charts. And you can see that big Ethereum is trying to break out of this right now. Symmetrical triangle, builds pressure, breaks out, retests, and then if it bounces, target will be 7,700. We got a strong bounce back right now on Ethereum. The high on Ethereum was 4,000, so it's still down a little bit, but it is pushing through right now. I decided to go long on this smaller symmetrical triangle, and then I saw that Bitcoin was starting to run up, so then I decided to enter this Ethereum trade. So in 4 hours ago, I bought $30,000 worth of Doge because it bounced off this trend line on Doge. You can see I bought $40,000 worth of Doge. And then 4 hours ago, I opened a 391,000 perp on Ethereum. We'll add on any pullback. It was only $20,000 worth of margin on that symmetrical triangle. And now that Ethereum trade is plus $9,499, 9,500. Great trade. My other trades did not yet activate, but I'm going to keep them open. Ethereum I'm in already. I'm going to keep these open in case Bitcoin or anything spikes down. I'm just going to have these low-hanging trades ready to activate. That Ethereum trade in profit, 1212. So today I made one. This morning it was, this account this morning was 12. What is it? I can't get that last. It was 1199, so I made $13,000 since this morning, which is beautiful. This week up from 1,079,000 to 1.212, so it's up about 20 plus 100 plus 12. 20 plus 100 plus 12, so it's up $132,000 this week. And this month from 779 to 1.212, so that's up 20 plus 200 plus 200, so it's up 400 plus 12, 432,000 this month, which is beautiful. And this Ethereum trade now $9,400 in the profits. I used 19,000 margin to make 9,300, and my Doge trade is up now 1,200 from when I bought it just a few hours ago. You can see here I bought $30,000 worth of Doge. That was also around 4 hours ago, and that's now in profits, which is beautiful. You have to follow me on X because I make quick calls like that when trading. I am trading, everyone. Bitcoin above 100,000, stay invested because Trump is yet to come in. That's our Trump card. Buy the dip now, entry is risky. You can see the liquidations, people discussing here. You can turn on auto translate, but for some reason it's not auto translating right now for me. It's some bug on Telegram, but you can also just click translate. There's international people from all over the world. It is $3 to get the auto translate package. If you want to trade, the best exchange that I use for trading, I use Bybit. You get a 60K bonus if you use that exchange for trading. Weex gives $200 on sign up, available for US, UK, and Australia. And these are the other exchanges that I use. JamesCryptoGuru.com for the courses, and for the Telegram, it's free. Make sure you take the courses before you trade. And Ethereum is breaking out. My target 4,000, and the bigger trade target, if it pushes through 4,000, will be 7,000. That bigger target of this symmetrical triangle, 7,300, which will be beautiful. And again, this Ethereum trade is already active. $10,500 in the profits in 4 hours, which is amazing. That's my updates in the market, everyone. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Any tickers you'd like me to analyze. I did sell before the drop, but it looks like it's fully almost recovered. Let's check what hasn't recovered yet that could recover really strong. Goat recovering like crazy. Uniswap pumped from $14 to $16. Big bounce back on Uniswap. So the big support now is on Uniswap would be there. So $13.90 is a big support for Uni now. Getting a bounce to almost $17. The high was $19 on Uni. So big back bounce on Uniswap. Let's see what didn't. World up 10%, $3.10. I should have left that trade open from $2.50 when it spiked down and activated. I closed it at like $2.90, but now it's at $3.10. That trade would be massive in profits. The high of, so that big support on World now is sitting at $2.40. It reached $4.20 just yesterday, so it hasn't recovered that much actually on World. Big inverse head and shoulders. I'm going to buy some World actually. Based off this, I'll activate 11,000 on my Ethereum trade, which is beautiful. I'm going to open a trade on World as well. It's up 11% already, but I'm going to open maybe, let's do maybe 100,000 World. And I've got 14x leverage at the current price. That would be, what does that mean? Oh, I can't open such a big trade on World? Weird. Okay, let's do 50,000 World. That will cost me $11,000. 50,000 World, 14x. Liquidation will be $2.90. A little bit close, to be honest. It'll be $156,000 trade. Let's see if I can open 75,000 worth of World. No, it doesn't let me. Okay, $60,000 worth of World. I don't know why it's got a limitation. Yet $60,000 worth of World. So I confirm. Let's see if that trade activates. Maybe because I had this. Maybe because I had this World trade already sitting there. Hold on, let me refresh. Yep, that World trade is now active. Entry price 3121. It's now it's a $187,000 trade on World. My Ethereum trade $12,000 in the profits. The liquidation on World is a bit low, so I need to add more margin. I've got $13,000 worth of margin. The liquidation $2.90. So I need to make it so if I add another 10,000, the liquidation will be $2.70. If I add 20,000, the liquidation will be. Oh, what's going on? Ethereum trade 12,000. This World trade that I just activated is 120. $13,000 worth of margin. I want the liquidation to be less than $2.50. So if I add $20,000 of margin, $2.60. Let's confirm. So I've added margin. So this margin will be around $30,000 worth of margin. So then the liquidation will be below. Wait, why didn't it let me add? Let's try and. I think it's lagging a little bit. Margin adjusted. I think I'm getting a little bit of lag, but I'm going to check that out. That's my World trade. That's my Ethereum trade. And I'm going to add, it added $40,000 worth of margin. Now the liquidation is below $2.50. That's a $43,000 trade, and that's a $19,000 trade. So now I've got World, Ethereum, and Doge, 31,000. That's what I'm holding in the markets. That's my updates in the markets. Everyone hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Let me know any questions. So I've got Ethereum, World, Doge trades. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.